Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Mario Golf. For another relaxing day of golfing in the Mushroom Kingdom. Where are we going to pit against each other this time? Well, we're actually going to temporarily skip over Luigi and Yoshi. In the case of Yoshi, the reason that we're skipping him and coming back to him later will soon become apparent. So we're going to play as Sonny. And our opponent is going to be the evil Wario. And our next course is going to be course 3, Shy Guy Desert. Now, Wario is the first character we've gone up against who is an unlockable. In other words, you don't start out with him. Also, if I remember correctly, this course really ramps up the difficulty compared to the first two. Now, this is pure speculation on my part. But I'm thinking maybe the reason that our first two opponents were so wimpy is because they're already available when you start the game. And maybe Wario's going to be much more difficult because you actually have to unlock him. I guess we'll find out. Now, Sonny here has a fairly significant draw, and I don't play as well with characters who have a significant draw or fade. So we'll see how this goes. I'm also intentionally underhitting here because we've got a strong tailwind. Oh, that felt laggy. Kind of hard to time the shots well when it's lagging. Alright, that's a reasonable shot. Okay, I don't really know why Wario is bothering to do this. It doesn't get him onto the green. And the important thing is if you can get onto the green in the same number of shots, which we can. So showing off with that huge power shot didn't really earn him anything. Alright. Now, on approach shots like this, the wind doesn't seem to matter as much as you think it would, as we've learned in our previous two matchups. Let's try about like... Let's try about like this with backspin, I guess. I have a feeling we might overhit it, but it is uphill, so we'll see. Yeah, that was a little overcooked. Probably should have gone with my original instinct and underhit it with no backspin. Wario's probably going to have a better lie here on the green. Yeah, he's definitely closer to the hole. He's very likely to sink it, which means if we don't, Wario's going to get an early lead on us. Not a major slope here on the green, so we don't want to overdo it with compensating. Hit it about halfway power, I think, if I can time it right. That's a little more powerful than I wanted. But it worked. It's a sunny day. Oh, what are you doing, Wario? That wouldn't have gone in anyway? Oh, I stand corrected. Okay, so sample size of 1 is not definitive, but from that little demonstration there, it's looking like Wario is indeed a much tougher opponent than Peach and Baby Mario were. Okay, it is way downhill. So let's try underhitting it significantly, but with no backspin. That pretty much did what I wanted. Looks like I needn't have underhit it quite that much, but we should be able to sink it from there. Wario's farther away than we are, but he'll probably sink it just fine from here. Thought so. Wario keeping the pressure on. Actually, this shot doesn't look any easier than his was. We've got some weird slope going on. It slopes a little left and then a little right. So I think those will approximately cancel each other out, and overall I'm not going to want to compensate much. A little downhill. Let's try about this power level. It worked. Sonny appears to have a sunny disposition, and he makes silly puns. Alright, a par 5. It may be worth using a power shot here. We actually might be able to get it to the green in 2 hits if we use power shots. And if we don't, Wario might, which could be a problem for us. That is a serious draw. I always thought of what this game calls draw as slice, and what this game calls fade as hook, but I have no idea if that's legit terminology. Ah, that's 1 power shot down. So close to getting a perfect shot. Ooh, stop rolling ball. Oof, that was... Oh, we're in the semi-rough. This is not ideal at all. There also may be giant cacti in our way. Wario outdoing us a little bit. Ooh, that cactus is directly in our path. If only we had hit it a little farther, or more to the right, this wouldn't be a problem. I didn't think it would roll so far to the left. So, first of all, we need to hit it around the cactus. We can't just hit the cactus. Do I really want to use another power shot? I might. Let's try this. Oh, that's another one down the drain. Okay, that was awful. Wario may end up right on the green here. We have a pretty good chance of losing this hole. Although, that's a long putt to sink, but he could do it. Yeah, look at that. He got to the green in 2, and we're still pretty far away. So my efforts to reach the green in 2 shots with power shots was futile. But, like, well, it's hard to say, because these approach shots seem to be underpowered, kind of. Let's try it about like this with some backspin and not quite hit at full power. I may regret not hitting it at full power. We'll see. That worked out okay.
Nice on.
Now, if Wario sinks it here, he wins. That doesn't look likely, the way he set that up. No, but he'll definitely sink the next one. Which means this is a sink or lose situation for us now. Quite a bit of slope to the right. That's hopefully about the right amount of compensation. Hit it pretty hard. Okay, perfect. Whew. We wasted 2 power shots, but we rescued that from a loss. Wario's still pressuring us hard. Yeah, I think this just about confirms my suspicion that the CPU's AI gets significantly better once you start playing the unlockable characters instead of the starter characters. So from here on, the matches are going to be much more difficult. It's not a strong wind, but compensating for it a little bit is probably the correct decision. I don't know how much Sonny's draw is going to factor in either, though. I guess let's try hitting it right about there. Perfect. Wario and those power shots, man. I don't think he can reach the green in 2, so this is just showing off again. To no real benefit for him. That super power shot he's got could be a problem for us on the par 5s, though, as we saw last time. Okay. Either this with backspin or this without. Maybe even with top spin. Well, let's try this with backspin, I think. Oh, the wind's blowing it harder than I thought. Ooh, that went too far. Stop rolling. Stop! Oh no! Okay, that was way too hard. Should have gone with the other shot without the backspin. I think that would have worked out a lot better. Oh, Wario totally messed up his shot too. That's lucky for us. If he had made a good approach there, we easily would have been in a losing position. Ooh. Well, he set himself up for an easy par. We're going to need to do the same. Notice how even though he was only 22 yards away, he hit over half power with like a 60-yard maximum. Kind of demonstrating how these approach shots are underpowered compared to what you would expect. That is a strongly sloped green. Let's see if we can compensate for that a little with our trajectory. Oh, that may be too much. I think I overhit it. Way overhit it. Yeah, I didn't mean to hit it that hard. I have a sinking feeling we're going to lose this one. Unless I miraculously sink this putt, which I don't have a good feeling about that. Well, we can but try. About the power level I wanted, but yeah, not enough compensation. Now Wario sinks it and we lose. Oh! Never mind. I don't know if that was the CPU taking mercy on us and, you know, deliberately messing up its shot or what. No, this is still not an easy shot, even though it's so close, because the slope on this green is crazy. Oh, too hard. I didn't mean to hit it that hard. Phew. Aw, poor Sonny. Well, that was a terrible performance by both of us. Which means we're still tied. A close matchup between Sonny and Wario here. Oh yeah, I haven't been doing Sonny's voice lines. I should do that on this hole, just so we get to hear them. So far, this course hasn't had the crazy holes I was expecting. Maybe they don't start getting real crazy till the course after this. I know that they do eventually with like... There, I interrupted myself because I wanted to do some of Sonny's voice lines. But yeah, I know that later on there's crazy holes, like with the green in the middle of an island and stuff. You know, a small green completely surrounded by water. Never mind how you would even reach that. Just have to swim, I guess. Let's try about like this. Oh wow, that was terrible timing. It felt very laggy. I don't know if that's going to show in the video, but... Oh! Wow, there's not even wind. Why was it so far off? Oh, probably because I was so far off on my aim there. Like I said, it felt super laggy, and that made the timing just abysmal. Alright, this time we definitely lose. There's no way Wario misses that. I honestly don't know why it was so off. Must have just been my aim. Oh, again! Wow, my aim is terrible suddenly. My timing, I mean. Alright, well this is going to be the first hole we lose, because there's no way Wario misses that. I mean, come on. Oh! Okay. Also, I missed what should have been an easy putt. Wow. Bad hole for me. I performed very poorly. Alright, well let's get some more of Sonny's voice lines. Alright, so there's Sonny's voice lines. He's a very upbeat sounding person. Let's see. The wind is really going to blow it forward and a bit to the left. But I don't want to compensate too far to the right or we'll end up on a slope and it'll be even harder to aim it. Let's try about like this. Oh no, we ended up on the slope anyway. Ugh. Yeah, well, I mean, Sonny has a draw anyway, so that's not that much worse than normal, right? 17 miles per hour is a lot of tailwind. See, I'm afraid if I do that, it's, I don't know, gonna land in sand. Let's try it anyway. I've been overhitting it, so let's see if I hit it less than I think I need to, if it'll be about right. That is a lot of tailwind. Reasonable.
Nice on.
Farther to the right than I wanted it, but power-wise it was about perfect. Wario appears to have compensated much better. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, Wario's playing like a champ. Look at these beautiful approach shots that set him up for the easy birdies. By contrast, I'm so far away. It slopes right and then it slopes left. I don't know what to make of that. Pretty far away, just a little uphill. Oh, that was a little harder than I meant to do. Also, I didn't compensate correctly for the multiple slopes. Probably another loss for us. I think Wario's gonna sink it. Yep. Wario's approach shots have been insane. He's been landing right on top of the hole, setting himself up for easy birdies. My approach shots have been abysmal. And that translates into victories for Wario. So he aimed right, underpowered it a bit. Looks like he aimed too far right and didn't underpower it enough.
Nice on.
Alright, well let's learn what we can from that. It's not really bother aiming right, maybe just a tiny bit. I don't even know why he did. The wind doesn't seem to have any kind of left-right direction. And try about like this. What? Why was it so much too far? Wow, okay. Huh. I don't even know why that happened. I underpowered it a lot. Yeah, that one baffles me. That one's a bit of a head scratcher. Shouldn't have put the backspin on that, it seems. This is a tough putt, but Wario's been on fire, so he could sink it. Look at that. He almost sank that hard putt. Tough putt for us, too. A little too strong, maybe? Nope, nope, that was perfect.
Hard.
Alright. At least we're not even deeper in the hole.
Nice hard. Oh yeah.
Oh, now we've seen the birdie, the par, and the bogey reactions for both Sonny and Wario. Each character also has another reaction they do if they get an eagle or better. I don't think we've seen many or any of those yet. So far, unless I really catch on fire and or Wario starts performing very poorly, this is looking like it could be our first loss. This is ugly. The green is very narrow there. Sand trap, rough, strong wind, just to confuse the issue even more. 396 yards to the green, so we do not need to go full power, especially with that tailwind. I'm actually going to underpower this significantly so that I can hit the wide part of the green and not end up in a sand trap or deep in the rough or any of that nonsense. Oh man, stop. Wow, it's a good thing I did that. Even aiming for the wider part of the fairway. Oh, if I said green just now, I meant fairway. Even aiming for the wider part of the fairway, I still ended up right at the border in the semi-rough. That wind is something else. Let's try this and see how it works out for us. I just haven't had my feel for the game's physics this match. That one was so-so. Looks like I didn't compensate enough
Nice on.
to the right. No, not at all. Not at all. Wario was a bit off as well. He could sink it from there, though. Oh, that was close. Alright, so that gives us 2 strokes to get to the hole. And not lose. But we can't just continuously tie from here or we lose the overall match because we're 2 in the hole. My chances of sinking this are basically nil, though. So it's going to be a strong slope to the right. And it's mostly flat from there. 62 feet, basically level. I wanted a little more power than that, but actually... Oh, I can't believe I managed that. Okay, that was fortunate. Triumphant music plays. I love the triumphant music. Alright. I mean, that wasn't entirely luck. But, it was a putt that worked out due to a combination of skill and luck. This is another awkward one. Wario could reach the green in 2, the way he's been playing. So I'm reluctant to just underpower it to be safe. If I hit it there... The wind is likely to blow it to the right and have us land on the green, but if I screw it up and we end up off in the rough, we're probably sunk, because it's unlikely Wario will make such a mistake. 20 miles per hour. The wind has been so strong. Oof. Let's try about like this. Be bold. And we're down another power shot. I just can't seem to get the perfect shots when I do power shots. Stop rolling. Okay, that did about what I wanted. Oh, Wario not even using a power shot. Okay. Unexpected. Still worked out to... Oh, no. I thought he was going to be closer to the green, but I was wrong. Is he not even trying to reach the green in 2? Never mind, he did reach the green in 2. I stand corrected. We have to do the same then. We might not need a power shot with all that wind. Then again, we might. Because it looks like the wind is more blowing right than from behind us at this angle. Well, like I said, be bold. Let's try this. Oh, man. If only it had been a little more powerful, we could have set ourselves up for an eagle and it would have been beautiful. Just the tiniest bit more power. Holy. Wow, Wario, that was impressive.
Excellent.
They're not wrong, that was excellent. I was afraid that was going to go in for a second. You can't really putt out of the rough. Your ball just doesn't go anywhere. Oh, if I had had just the tiniest bit more power, I'd have been in an eagle position. That's a heartbreaker. Well, nothing for it. We're just going to have to do a tiny chip shot. That might be too powerful. Yeah. Should have made it even less powerful than that. Alright, we have to sink this. If we miss this, it's another loss for us. Oh, what? I thought it would go faster than that. It is downhill. Well, that's a loss for us. Wow, the hole was so downhill from us. I was afraid of overpowering it. I do not have my feel in for the game physics at all this match. The wind isn't acting like I expect. The slopes aren't acting like I expect. I thought that green would be faster. And Wario's playing very, very well. Once you get to the unlockables, the CPU basically always plays exceptionally well. Unlocking the characters in this game is a major challenge, actually. It's pretty much an epic duel every time. Ooh, that was underpowered. Got a headwind. The green is ever so slightly uphill. Let's try it like this with backspin. When am I ever going to get my timing back? What? Why that far to the left? It was only a 6-mile-per-hour wind. That was crazy. Why was it so far off? I don't really understand why some of these shots are happening the way they are. I wasn't anywhere near the green. How? What? I'm so confused by what happened. I don't understand why that shot happened the way it did at all. No clapping for me. That looks like it should be a reasonably easy par. Ditto for Wario, so we can't miss this next shot. Wow, that was just a crazy shot. Maybe if I review the video, it'll make sense to me and I'll realize I did something dumb, but...
Nice par.
Okay. Alright, we need to turn this around in pronto, or we are going to lose. Oh, more strong wind. So wind is gonna blow it to the left, so maybe compensate over this way. Other than that, this should be a pretty routine shot. Oh man, look at that crazy draw. Wind right in our faces. How much do we need to overpower it to compensate? That is an extreme draw. There's no way it's going to arc that far back to the left, right? I'm really doubting myself now because some of these shots have just not acted the way I expected at all. Okay, we can't do that because if you see the red line beneath the impact point, you would have to get a perfect shot there or you'll duff it. And if you duff it, the ball just barely goes anywhere and flies off in a random direction. Now, if I were more confident in my timing, I wouldn't be too worried about that. But we pretty much have to go with this club because I'm not that confident in my timing right now. I suspect that's going to be an underpowered shot. I hope that I'm correct that I need to compensate left for the extreme draw going on here. Well, at least our timing was perfect. That remains to be seen. I didn't compensate nearly enough for the draw. It just didn't arc back to the left at all, not even a little bit. This is why I'm not very good with characters who have a lot of draw or a lot of fade. I don't understand how to compensate for it right. Because sometimes the shot arcs back a lot, and it's as though they hit it straight, and the draw and the fade doesn't matter. But other times, like there, excuse me, the shot doesn't arc back at all, not even a little bit. And I don't know when it arcs and when it doesn't. So I'm really not nearly as good with these kind of characters as I am with characters who have little to no fade or draw. How will this approach shot work out? Pretty well. Now there's no way we win this hole, but if Wario doesn't make this putt, at least it's a tie. That looks pretty good though. No, never mind. Not enough power. Okay, this will be a draw then. Oh, too much power. Whew.
Nice par. Yes. Ow.
Let's keep that in mind. The next time we're looking at a shot like that, the ball didn't arc back in the least. Not even a little bit. Let's assume the next time we've got an approach shot with an extreme arc like that it'll behave the same way and see if that works out. Why would you use a power shot on a par 3, Wario? That's just not a sensible thing to do. I should have paid more attention to where he was aiming the ball, because then I would know what not to do. That was terrible. Strong wind in our face, green slightly uphill. Let's just point the line directly at the hole and see how that works out for us. And overpower it significantly. Alright, let's see what this does. That was beautiful, actually. We could pull out a win here if we sink that. Which it's close, but the slope looks tricky. Wario, you so-and-so. Unreal. Actually, I take it back. We're probably going to lose. This is a trickier putt than I even thought. Okay. I feel like that should have been our win. I call complete shenanigans on Wario sinking that approach shot. That was madness. But yeah, this kind of shows you that unlocking characters in this game is not easy. I did unlock them all legitimately as a teenager rather than using the cheat code like I did this time around. But I seem to recall that it sometimes took many tries to unlock a character. So, okay. I was just wondering if this pyramid made of sand, would be in our way if we drop the ball there, but it won't. That looks like it's probably fine. It's still not arcing back much. I thought that it at least generally arced... What? I thought that at least on the tee-off shot it generally arced back, but it just didn't even arc back on the tee-off shot there. I continue to be real baffled by what's happening with the shots this time around. There's not even any wind to blame right now. It's just me not understanding what the shots are going to do. Wow. Underpowered. Also, apparently I compensated too much, I think, for the arc. Yeah, I just don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm even worse with characters that have a strong arc in their shot than I thought. Could be, could be. I knew I was worse with them than with characters that hit straight. Too strong. I swear, sometimes the chip shots like that seem super underpowered, but they haven't this time. This time I've been hitting it way too hard. Oh, that was much harder than I meant. Oh, it worked.
Nice part. Yes. Ow.
Like there, if I had hit it the amount I wanted to, it probably would have been underpowered. Maybe the greens here are just slow. Yeah, he's not going to miss this game.
Nice part. Oh yeah.
We were lucky he missed that first one and didn't get even farther ahead. Not looking good for us, is it? Oh, and here a par 5 where Wario's crazy power shots really work in his favor. That was a nice shot. Oh, Sonny. Well, let's power shot 2. Match is close-ish to being over anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we go for our supply of them. What the heck? A 3-mile-per-hour wind and it pushes it that far? Is this just because Sonny has such a strong draw that his shots are doing all this crazy stuff that doesn't make sense to me? I have to assume that's the case. Like, why did it go so far left? So, I think my takeaway from this match is that I really suck with this character. I think that's what I'm learning here. You're just taking pity on me, Wario. Okay, now hitting from the sand, it is definitely going to be underpowered, right? Every time I've hit from the sand in the past, it has been dramatically underpowered. Ouch. My cat just sat in my lap with some claws extended. I'm going to be upset if this is not underpowered like I... Okay, not only was I correct about it being underpowered, it was dramatically more underpowered than I even expected. Yeah, this is a disaster. Okay, well, that time it went pretty far. Oh, this has turned into a real debacle of a matchup.
Nice on.
Like, the slope is very slight, but it's basically the entire length of the putt. I don't entirely know what to make of that. Yeah. Well, should have compensated more, it appears. Yep.
Nice birdie.
Well, this is definitely Wario's match. Unless we win literally every remaining hole, I think. That's not going to happen.
Nice on.
I mean, the green is down 36 yards, but the wind is blowing at us 21 miles per hour. And I was being stupid and zoning out, so I didn't even really look at what Wario did. His shot worked out pretty well, so I probably should have paid more attention. I'm just going to assume the extreme downhillness and the wind cancel each other out. Is that safe, though? That is a lot of wind. Let's try this.
Nice shot.
Well, I'm on the green anyway.
Nice
Looks like I was right about that wind. I should have overpowered it even more. Wow. That was an impressive shot, Wario. Credit to Wario, too. He's been playing like a beast. Whereas we certainly have not. Alright. What a disaster. I've been playing poorly, for sure, and also these greens are crazy. There's so much slope.
Oh no. Nice par.
Well, that's our first loss. We were defeated decisively. It wasn't even close, really. Wario crushes Sonny. My biggest takeaway from that, I think, was to confirm that I kind of suck playing as characters with a lot of draw or a lot of fade. Well, anyway, that was the Shy Guy Desert, Sonny versus Wario. Decisive win for Wario. Next time, we'll be on to the next course with new characters. See how the next matchup goes. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then. Bye!